102.3 WHTL in Whitehall, Wisconsin. I'm David Neal, filling in for Mark St. Marie. It is 11 o'clock, and we are going to do our open house segment. Today, we're joined by Jackie Hansen.
It's time for the open house on WHTL.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent?
You're joking, right? I don't joke about real estate.
With the Hansen Real Estate Group.
I never understood why people are so afraid to eat at an open house.
I know. The open house starts right now.
All right. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Nice to be here, David. Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah. We got some real interesting stuff to go over here. Why don't you tell me what we're talking about this morning?
Yeah, so I like to pick a topic every week to just kind of do a little more deep dive in. Obviously, real estate's a very diverse, there's a lot of aspects of it. So one of the things that I know that we're asked on here when we come in is why hire a realtor and not do it yourself? So this is just one of the really important reasons why hire a realtor. So we have to be very careful. It's not as easy as throwing a sign in the yard.
Sure.
A realtor can help guide you through the topic of full disclosure, which just sounds like a fancy word, but it's very important to know what you need to disclose about your property when putting it on the market. Average homeowner might think, well, it's something that I've dealt with for many, many years, and it's really not a problem with the house. But if you don't disclose this to a potential buyer, you might find yourself in court. So, again, guiding you through the topic of full disclosure, navigate any defects that you may not think are a big deal, but they really are. A few of those things that we would go through with you, and it sounds like you're just picking apart the house, but you're not. You're really just doing it the lawful way. So one topic would be floodplain flood insurance. We have to disclose whether the property is in a wetland or in the floodplain, not only for insurance purposes, but there are municipality restrictions on what can and can't be done in wetland and floodplains and so forth. Road setbacks, easements, whether a property is buildable depending on how it's zoned or how close it is to a creek. All townships and counties have their own rules and regulations. So we'll help you represent your property correctly when advertising it. A homeowner can unknowingly misrepresent the condition of something. Again, just because you've been used to a certain thing about the house and you think it's not a big deal and maybe something that we just need to disclose or have a professional look at real quick and just say, yep, not a big deal. So that could be something like, electrical issue, plumbing, just some, a problem with the dishwasher, something little, but we have to disclose it to keep ourselves protected. Maybe a possible lot line issue. I know so many times you have a handshake deal with the neighbor and everybody's good on who owns what, but then when it gets pulled up in a county website or a survey, it's actually not where everybody thinks it needs to be, and that needs to be corrected prior to changing hands. So that's something that we get involved in and help guide you through a survey or maybe negotiating with a neighbor, or if lot lines need to be shifted so that they're correct when the sale happens. So again, it sounds like we're trying to, pick apart everything that's wrong with the house. It would be easier to hide it, but I always like to say, how would you feel if you purchased a house for hundreds of thousands of dollars and these things were hidden or dismissed by the seller? You would want to know. And people don't expect a perfect house because most houses we sell are used. And so,
Yeah.
You can't afford a new house, and so they don't expect a perfect house, but they just want us to be honest. So again, it's just kind of guiding a homeowner through what needs to be disclosed, the proper documents, the way to disclose them, what we might need to do to address something to keep you out of court and out of a lawsuit. So that's we are not lawyers, but licensed realtors do have a whole team of lawyers hired by the WRA and the NAR for us to lean on as a resource. So, you're getting the whole package there, and we also provide all the legal documents to be able to disclose these, to not make them sound like a big deal, but also, again, to just be fully honest, full disclosure with these items.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I imagine that, with as much time as it takes going through the assessment and inspection and all of those things to get the sale to actually go through, you really don't want to add any complications where it turns out that there's a foundation issue or what are some of the most common things that people just overlook that are serious concerns?
Honestly, like a lot line issue is a big thing because whether it be in town, and you'll find some towns that all the lot lines are shifted over 8 to 10 feet. And so it might not be a problem, but then it gets to be where as long as your buildings are within that, that's fine. But sometimes we'll find where half a garage, actually that land belongs to the neighbor. So he would lose 8 feet and then gain 8 feet on the other side. But we need to get all that sorted out prior to the purchase or prior to closing. And that's a requirement of the lender. They don't want to put a loan out on a property that you only own the land where half the garage is.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So that is a big one right there. We see whether it be in towns or in the country or, so we just want to confirm all that stuff. So that's something that's overlooked because it's been fine for decades and everybody's fine with it.
And it's been overlooked a few times at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So, and again, a lot of things might be just little mechanical things that you're just used to, the ceiling fan in the dining room grumbles or the exhaust fan in the bathroom, it doesn't work, but the light works, but the fan doesn't work. And it's not a big deal. You've been used to it. But that's just little things that, we don't want to kill a deal because they're, easily addressed, and we can help you guide through those things.
Yeah. It seems like it makes a lot more sense to hire a realtor and to go through it, and it'll just end up saving you time and money in the long run, as opposed to coming up with issues that you might not even be aware of there.
Exactly. So I know that's always one of the questions. Why hire a realtor? And that's just one of the little reasons, is to help you sell it the way it needs to be sold with full disclosure and avoid any legal problems.
Sure. Do you want to talk about some of these listings you brought in?
Yeah, we got some really nice listings that have popped up here, some price reductions, some really nice things to choose from here. Inventory's been very low, but I just got a listing here over on Rindle Valley Road, Osseo. So it's a rural hobby farm, kind of in the Levis neck of the woods, 6.24 acres. The house is completely renovated just a few years ago. It's got a pole shed, 30 by 60 pole shed that's fully concreted. The house is an updated kitchen with an island, nice cabinetry, new appliances, hardwood flooring throughout. They just had a home inspection done a couple years ago, and they're just relocating. So the price on that is $225. So
wow.
You could bring your horse or cow, or obviously you want to check with the county on that, but there's enough land per their codes and some outbuildings to go with it, and the house is move-in ready. So nice price there on a little hobby farm.
Yeah, 6 acres, 3-bedroom house. It's got a detached it's a nice 2-car detached garage.
Yep, that's kind of the pole shed part there.
Sure.
One end of it, I know they used to use it as a run-in for livestock, and then there's 2 overhead garage doors. You can pull your car right in, and
$225. Wow.
Yeah, that's a nice deal. So, the other one I want to bring up is the one-level house on Cherrywood Street in Independence. It's a brand new construction. It's a virtually barrier-free, 10 steps from the garage to the kitchen. It's completely brand new, just finished here in 2024. So, again, it's built on a slab. There's no basement, but that's the great way to keep the price of a brand new house down to just $239,900.
Wow,
so,
yeah, for a new house.
Yep, for a brand new house in a nice subdivision.
With a 2-car garage. Yeah.
2-car attached garage.
All the all your utilities are brand new, your AC, your furnace, everything. Yeah, for $239.
3-bedroom, 2 full bath, and the one bath is a master suite. So, Yeah, right off the biggest bedroom there. So very very nice, great deal on a brand new home. Hard to find a brand new house for that price. So
Yep.
that's in Independence on Cherrywood Street. The next one is one that I've talked about, but we got a nice size price reduction on it here. It's on Old Highway 10 Fairchild, so it's just off the Buffalo River Trail between Osseo and Fairchild, but not right on Highway 10. It's set back off of. It's a little over 4 acres, and there's 3 cabins and a garage there. They're off-grid cabins, but they have a full setup with solar panels. Each one has its own solar panel with a battery retainment system there. So very nice there. Like I said, right off the Buffalo River Trail. Anybody that likes to side-by-side or UTV or snowmobile or cross-country ski, that's the Buffalo River Trail extends all the way from Fairchild to Mondovi. So
Yeah.
really nice for the area.
So are all of the cabins off grid? Does it have a?
They're all off grid, but there is power obtainable just across the street. So if you
okay.
wanted to bring
Sure.
power in, it's just across the road.
Does it have like septic and a well, or is
Nope,
it?
nope.
Okay.
So it's like a privy. I know that they had
Sure.
talked about trying to do maybe like a sand point, but nope. They kind of tried to keep it that way. It was kind of a family compound.
Sure,
and-
more of a recreational property. not-
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Very nice cabins. They come fully furnished. They're completely insulated. So again, that's reduced now. So now that they're asking $127.9
Yeah, wow.
for those.
127 on 4.2 acres, and it borders 50 acres of public hunting. I
It
mean,
does.
I
Yep.
mean, with taxes at just under $800, that's a
Yep.
very manageable recreation property.
It
It's
is.
very
Yep. Bring the
affordable.
whole family. Everybody has their own little private space there.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. The next one is the house right in Pigeon Falls. Highway 53, Pigeon Falls, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,615 square foot. It's immaculate inside and out. It's got a 3+ car detached garage, so it's a full 3-car with a little shop area off to the side. Beautiful sunroom off the back.
Wow,
The
yeah.
house has been in the same family for over 40 years. It's natural gas, central air, newer hot water heater, 2 full bathrooms, a family room on the lower level. Just a gorgeous, very well maintained home in Pigeon Falls. Beautiful community. This has now been reduced, so it's $189.9 now.
Wow.
So that's a fresh price reduction on that
Yeah,
one.
with
So
this sunroom on the back looks amazing. It's all looks like tongue and groove ceilings.
Yeah,
and
it
and
is
and a wood
beautiful.
stove.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a very I can't say enough how well maintained, and the pride of ownership really shows on this one. But they reduced it to get a little more action, and I think it'll go real quick here at that price. It's a beautiful property.
Yeah. Is the market kind of flattening out?
So the market is very strong because we don't have enough listings. I think that the prices have probably leveled off a little bit more than they were a couple years ago when there was, 6 offers in 2 days, and it was just nuts. It couldn't stay that way, and it really wasn't healthy for the market to stay that way. Now things are still selling fast because there's not enough supply-demand thing. But the prices have kind of leveled off to where they need to be. So for the area. So
Well, that's good news. I mean,
Yeah.
that's nobody wants to buy in a market that's just going up or going down, or people don't know what's happening. It's good to
Right.
see more stability.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. And it's a little nerve-wracking for people to know,
Oh, yeah.
should they buy or they won't be. They really want to be homeowners. And no, this is a really good, stable time to purchase. The interest rates have leveled off. A lot of good loan programs out there. Call your local lender. So yeah, no, it's a good time of the year, and we've come up with a nice few listings to choose from.
Yeah, and if anyone is interested in checking out these listings, they are all on the Hansen Real Estate website. You can
Yes.
follow you can check those out. And this
Yeah, these
This-
are just my listings. My colleagues also have some really nice listings. So yeah, www.hregroup.com to see all the office has as far as inventory right now.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Getting back to preparing a house to sell on the other side of things, what kind of tips would you have for somebody that's getting ready to sell, that would be getting ready to contact you? Is contacting you the first step, or is there?
Yeah, you know what I really like is when people just call and say, "Hey, Jackie, we're thinking of selling very soon, or in the near future. Could you just come out and do a quick walkthrough with us?" And there's no pressure. We're not high pressure people here, but I can tell you, people think, oh my God, we got weeks of fixing and repairing and painting, and that's not necessarily the case most of the time. I can tell you what makes a difference and what doesn't make a difference when it comes to selling it. So, yeah, I love it when they call ahead of time. Quick little walkthrough, give them a short list rather than, what maybe their long, daunting list. I can kind of guide them through
Sure.
what really makes a difference and what really won't.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming in today. I feel like there's a lot of great information and a number of great properties out there.
Yes, thank you, David. It was very good. We always appreciate the time on the air here, and if anybody is interested in any of those listings or has any questions for me whatsoever, no question is too silly. I love to be contacted. My number is 715-797-3332.
All right. Thanks so much, Jackie Hansen, Hansen Real Estate. We're going to get back into the music. Here's Meet Virginia from Train.
Good. Went good.